Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, November 9th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Al and Stephanie.
Hello.
You guys have a good weekend?
Great weekend, very chill. How about yourself?
It was really good. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was beautiful here in Colorado. So the last couple days of 70s, I think winter is upon us.
I think that
snow
might be
today.
the end of it. So yeah, I hope you sucked it up this weekend.
I sure did. All right, guys, let's get to it. We're going to start off with some sad news. Tributes are pouring in for Alex Trebek, who lost his battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer yesterday. He was 80 years old. The longtime host of Jeopardy was diagnosed with the disease in March of last year. He gave fans regular updates on his health and never missed a taping. He was only sidelined this summer when the show had to shut down due to the coronavirus, not because of Alex. Alex started his career in Canada, if you didn't know, as the host of a music show. In his 70s, he moved to the U.S. to host a string of game shows before landing Jeopardy back in 1984. Ryan Seacrest tweeted that Alex was like a family member and watched every night. He also said Alex had a big influence on his own career. Former Jeopardy contestant Ken Jennings remembered Alex as a lovely and deeply decent man. I think that's how we all remembered him. And actress Viola Davis called Alex a true gentleman and courageous hero. In a newly resurfaced clip, this is what Alex told Entertainment Tonight following his 7th Emmy win last year. Watch this.
Most of us in our lifetimes never get to know the impact we've had on other people. And to be able to experience it while you're alive is very special.
How do you want us to remember you?
Just as a good guy, a nice man, and somebody that you looked at on television on a daily basis and said, hey, you know what? I like him.
Beautiful, beautiful man, courageous. I think kind is the words that I would use, just like some of the celebrities we mentioned. That's how I would like to go out. I can't speak for anybody else. You know, I'm never going to be Alex Trebek. I'm never going to be that kind, but I could strive to be, right? And I think everybody should.
Of course
sometimes I get a little feisty.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of spice. Now, I think obviously how amazing, though, that he knows the legacy that he's had and the lives that he's impacted, and being on a national, across all of America, huge game show that people tune into every single day. And what I love about that is that every day he's going to bring people happiness, and even if they've had like the worst day ever, they can go home, watch that show, get really involved, have a laugh, and feel good about themselves. And I think that's what he gave so many people. What an amazing guy. And like you said, he didn't give up. He didn't say, I'm unwell, I'm not going to film. And luckily, we're going to have him on our screens till Christmas, you know?
Yes, yeah. Just that familiar face, almost like a member of your family in your living room every day.
Jeff, I would take it further than that. I would say that most people heard Alex Trebek's voice more than they've heard anybody but their spouse. Honestly, I mean, every day for 30 years for a half an hour, how often do you talk to your second favorite aunt?
Yeah.
3 times a year. I mean, honestly, this is a huge blow, and it's going to leave a void in a lot of people's lives. But I hope that when they do think about him associated with the show, they remember that your life is about your legacy. And he could have acted however he wanted to because he was that level of famous, but he chose kindness, and that's what he'll be remembered for, and it's a big deal.
I love it, man. Rest in peace, buddy. All right, guys. Dave Chappelle delivered a powerful post-election monologue on Saturday Night Live. I don't know if you guys watched. Dave reflected on 2020 thus far and talked about race relations and the pandemic. But in his bit about the election, he urged Biden supporters to take a humble approach to victory. Let's watch.
But here's the difference between me and you. You guys hate each other for that. And I don't hate anybody. I just hate that feeling. That's what I fight through. That's what I suggest you fight through.
You know, love Chappelle or hate him, I love him. He speaks the truth, Al. He speaks a lot of the truth. A lot of his messages are funny, right? But he does get serious a lot of the times and just wants people to be better.
Yeah, and I would make the argument he's the only person that we have. Jeff, in boxing, and Steph, I'm sure that you're not aware of this, I'm going to assume, but in boxing we have the heavyweight champ, but we have something that's an unofficial title called the pound for pound champ, where Jeff and I just say this is the best boxer. There's no official category, but everybody just kind of knows. And I think that's where Dave Chappelle is. We have given him an unofficial title to speak openly about our situation. He is our social voice, and he is allowed to say the N-word. He's allowed to say things that are anybody else their career would be over for. They would get hate mail for even broaching those subjects. But we look to him to speak honestly, and I appreciate him for doing it because he talks about some tough things. And as a comic, it's always in you. I just want to get laughs. Did you enjoy what I did? Please tell me you liked it. And to just say, I'm going to say some things that are going to make you uncomfortable, I think is a big deal, Steph.
No, that's interesting that you say that because I've never done stand-up comedy. I know Jeff gave it a go once. That was
yeah, he did
awesome.
good.
But that's so interesting that you say that. So obviously he's going up there and he wants that response from an audience. You want to hear a laugh to know that you're like saying the right thing or that they're relating to you. So that's super interesting to think about. Like he goes up there and obviously he's speaking from a very different place, not trying to make anyone laugh. He's speaking from a place of, you know, I hope this resonates with you guys and that we can stop hating and love each other because obviously the country's been so divided. You know?
Yeah, and I think sometimes we get so far away from the truth or looking actually in the mirror at our own selves. And I think sometimes Chappelle kind of brings up those subjects where you have to look at yourself in the mirror.
Right.
You know, so that's what I like about him. I think that's why he's so popular. Love him or hate him. All right. Also on SNL, Maya Rudolph came out swinging as Kamala Harris, and fans noticed, check this out, how she nailed the vice president-elect's look just hours after her speech. So take a look at the two outfits here. Many people on Twitter wonder if SNL contacted Biden, their team, beforehand. So that's pretty right on. If they just guessed that, that's pretty good. You think they called them?
No, I don't think they called them. I think you got to think this. So they had 3 hours afterwards, and this is like the power of television, isn't it? And especially a big show like SNL where they've got all hands on deck. They probably will have got every suit in every color lined up, every shirt in every color, and then you know there'll be a stylist frantically behind the scenes, like going crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a big wardrobe department over there.
Huge
But
one.
that's too dead on. What I think it is you think about our lives, right? We all know people that are sound people. They are wardrobe stylists. There are other actors, comics, hosts. Everybody kind of knows somebody. So if Jeff, you wanted to meet, Renee Zellweger's PR person, whatever.
Come up with that?
I don't know. Just some random person. You could contact somebody that you know whose sister worked on a show she was on, be like, oh, her stylist name is Steph. Let me get her number. Here's her social media. So you can kind of find people because entertainment isn't that big. So I think they knew somebody and was like, here's what she's wearing. Click, send. I didn't give you this, and then they found it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You couldn't use like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. You went with Renee Zellweger.
That is such a. I don't even really know who she is. What was she in, Steph?
So many things. Bridget Jones.
Me, myself, and Irene.
Bridget Jones. Chicago.
Chicago what?
Chicago.
She went in Oz. Oh, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire.
Oh, that's her.
You still don't know.
Bridget Jones.
Yes, you had me at hello.
Bridget Jones.
Yes.
Am I going to know Bridget Jones?
How are you not good? Everyone knows Bridget Jones.
Over
no?
Jerry Maguire?
Yeah.
I wish we had we could get like a DBL
Bridget
Nation.
Jones.
I think Jerry Maguire.
I do know it's Bridget Jones' Diary. I do know that.
There
I
we
know
go.
stuff.
All right, we're all on the same page. Let's move on. Victoria Beckham took some jabs at her husband. What a cutie he is. About his fashion sense over the weekend. The Beckhams posted with their children wearing poppies. What's a poppy, Steph?
Go and finish that and I'll
Okay,
explain.
in honor of British Remembrance Day on Sunday.
There you go.
Happy BRD.
Yeah.
Later, Victoria posted this photo of David in his oversized boots, comparing him to the villain from Beauty and the Beast, Gaston, or writing, Gaston wants his boots back.
So
David
funny.
replied with the same photo, writing, so my wife decided to post without asking me, or cropping my last-minute shoe option, adding revenge will be sweet. So break this down for us, Steph.
Okay, so what happens in England, it's a day in which we celebrate or give remembrance to our lost veterans. So people buy this little poppy and you wear it on your jacket, and then all of the money and the proceeds go to charities that help people that we've lost or fallen in war. So that's
Just like our Veterans Day.
It's exactly the same as Veterans Day, yes. And we wear a little poppy and you buy the poppy and you give that money to charity, and then we all do a minute of silence. So in that video, they all went outside wearing their poppies and they filmed themselves giving their moment of silence. And then
So the poppy's like the flower?
yeah, it's a paper poppy.
Paper
It's not real. It's
Say,
not real.
Al, say paper puppy.
Paper puppy. Paper puppy.
A paper poppy.
But can you get to the boots, Steph? Because it looks like something you put umbrellas in at the door.
What's happened here is they ran outside, they were all at home, they filmed this video, and then they cropped out his feet in the video, and then she's actually zoomed out and shown what he put on his feet before. You know, we've all been in those moments when we're inside and you just need to put on a pair of shoes, whether you got to let your
So you
dog
put on
out.
firefighter boots?
Yeah,
no.
those were just laying by the door.
Do not
like
defend
shoes.
that,
They're like
Steph.
farming boots, aren't they? Or like wellies or whatever.
Don't defend that.
I'm not defending it. It doesn't look good, but I think that's why he's annoyed, because he's like, really? You couldn't have cropped that out? You did that on purpose. Just you wait, Vicky B, till I get you
Steph,
back.
you do Fashion Friday Fix. Could there be boots for a man that comes up to the knee? Because I know women got the get 'em girl boots. So can a guy have them fashionable?
I reckon if they weren't as baggy as he had, they looked a bit.
He needs to zip them up.
They need a bit.
When did is Gaston look jacked? When did he get that jacked? Was
He's
he
always
like that?
been that big.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Who is that jack?
Gaston.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm like old school. Is this like new school?
This is really old. He's like the guy who wants to win over Belle's heart.
I know. And then the guy with the clock with the candle arms, runs around.
Yeah.
I'm getting word he's from Beauty and the Beast. I've never seen that movie.
Okay,
So I don't...
he's from
Yeah, I
Beauty and
remember
the Beast,
Gaston.
and he tries to get with the Princess Belle, and obviously she's not interested, and he's trying to swoon her and win her over.
How is she not interested in that hunk?
Because she
'Cause
likes the
his boobs.
Beast.
Oh, because he's a beast?
No,
So
she likes the
You don't know the
Beast.
concept of Beauty and the Beast?
I never got that. That's bestiality in me. I think that's a gross show. I'm sorry. It's a woman falling in love with a huge dog. That's super gross.
She fell in love with his heart out.
Yeah,
not
attached
his
to a
fur.
wagging tail. Super gross.
Well, all
Took that to a place I didn't think it was going to go. All right. Coming up on DBL, it's that time of year again. Oprah releases her new list of favorite things. We'll show you the hottest gift ideas. Plus, dreams have gotten pretty weird during the pandemic, so we talked to an expert who's helping us make sense of all of it. And speaking of the pandemic, we want to thank our coworkers who are safe at home working for us. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to DBL. Oprah is back with her list of favorite things for the holidays. Now, many featured products are from Black-owned businesses, and they range from under $20 to a few $100s, all right? So, to give you a sense of Oprah's influence, this $220 bag, okay, is a staple with some of the Real Housewives, and it's already sold out. $220, that seems like a good deal for a housewife bag.
That seems reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. All right, another hot item, these initial rings for $60. That seems unreasonable. They're from the same company that designed Michelle Obama's vote necklace. All right. And there's this future scientist puzzle for kids that's less than $20. See, cool. I'm down with that. I'm down with that one. And Oprah also put the Fresh Dolls on her list, which featured Black and multiracial characters. And I like that. And a must-have for all pooch lovers, you got to get a doggy hood. Right? Is it a must?
Cute.
You say yes, but it depends on your dog. Because if I put any of those on either Layla or Peaches, they won't move. Some dogs don't like that, so they'll just like stand. See, if you have a dog that's okay with sweaters and stuff on them, that's fine. But my dog won't move.
$75 though.
That's pretty spendy.
That's nicer than my sweatshirt.
That's true.
I'm telling you now, dog stuff is expensive. They see pet owners coming, and they know that, like, you know, some people love dressing up their dogs, don't they? I see people pushing their dogs in prams and all sorts.
Yes.
Yeah, people spend a lot of money on their pets.
And they have doggy bakeries, like in LA. There was a lot of doggy.
I remember that one. Yeah, there was one right on the corner. It was huge, and I was just like, how many people are buying dog cookies that you can afford real estate on a major Los Angeles corner?
And they'll pay whatever, $75, put them in a dog cart, shopping, whatever. It's supposed to be a baby carriage, but they know where the money's at. And if you have money, you're going to spoil your dog. Why don't people treat each other like they would treat their own dogs?
Yeah, we have to trick people like, oh, just kidding, this was for homeless people. Like, we're going to have to do something to trick people into treating people like people.
If there was, I mean, I don't mean to get too deep, but if there was 70,000 dogs running around Los Angeles, I think people would be more affected than 70,000 homeless people, which is insane to me.
I think we're numb to it, unfortunately.
I didn't mean to get deep at the end there, but it's a real problem. All right, coming up on DBL, the COVID pandemic has had a weird impact on dreams, and an expert analyzes what's happening in our heads when we go to sleep. You want to stick around. Welcome back to DBL. As weird as the pandemic has been, a lot of people, including me, have been having even weirder dreams. So earlier, Tori and I spoke to dream expert and friend of the show, Kelly Sullivan Walden, about our own quarantine dreams. Take a look.
Kelly Sullivan Walden, welcome back to DBL. All right, so since the pandemic, Kelly, there's been a phenomenon affecting people far and wide, regardless of if they're sick. Dreams have become like this really extra vivid, more intense experiences. What's going on? Why are so many people having these pandemic dreams?
Never in the history of the world or in the history of dreams have dreams been more at the center of things. It's partly because we are going through a pandemic and this is a particularly stressful time, and our dreams are helping us to figure out these wild, wild times that we're living in.
So, are there any common themes, images, or symbols in pandemic dreams? If so, what are they and what do they mean?
First of all, a lot of people are dreaming about bugs, about viruses. They're trying to get a sense of it's like our subconscious mind is trying to help us wrap our head around this. So we're trying to understand what is a pandemic. So there are dreams about us like very strange looking critters, we could say, that we're like trying to understand. Also, a lot of chasing dreams. People are running from people that are infected.
But are there any tools, Kelly, that we can learn to be able to understand them a bit better?
Nightmares are wonderful because they're helping you to course correct in your life. They're giving you vital information, and you don't have to carry that uncomfortable energy with you into the day. So I believe that a nightmare is an unfinished dream, and it's up to you, the dreamer, to go back into the dream, even in an awake state, through kind of a meditation, and imagine if you were back in that dream, how you would finish it if you were lucid. So you could do something like that, and then the nightmare becomes something that's actually a rightmare, having an edge on your life, and that something really wonderful is happening to you.
A rightmare.
I knew you were going to love that. Right when you said that, Kelly, I'm like, Tori is lighting up over there. I love it. I played football 20 years ago, and I still have a dream that I'm playing football, but I'm not at the game yet. I'm on my way to the game, and I forgot my pants, my helmet, my jersey, and it stresses me out, and I still have them, and I haven't played football in 20 years.
So a lot of times we will go back in time to a time that gave us juice, a time that we were empowered. Getting to the game in some way, like having your game on and getting ready for the game, is kind of like doing Daily Blast Live. Like every day, it's game time. Every time you do a show. So in some way, when you're getting ready for something and you're not quite there, it means that you care about what you do and that you're preparing yourself. Mentally, you're getting in the game, so to speak, getting prepared. So somebody like that, somebody like you, I imagine you're very successful because you're always preparing. You're doing what it takes behind the scenes to get ready to have that touchdown. Is that the right vernacular for?
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. Not slam dunk. Okay, yeah, touchdown. Go team.
That's funny. Yeah, and you forget your pants when you come into work a lot all the time.
Sometimes I come in with no pants. I thought it was just part of the process. It is a dream of mine to do this show with no pants on. I'll be honest with you. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Let's make that dream come true. All of us. Let's all stand up.
All right, I've been having a recurring dream since I was 18, and I've always wondered what it meant. And it's kind of weirdly similar to Jeff's. It's packing. And I have to pack in a panic, and it's often like I spend 8 hours like packing a suitcase, which is like the worst thing you could do because no one wants to be packing. And if I don't pack correctly and fast enough, things will like explode.
Maybe drop the luggage, drop the baggage, let go of what doesn't fit. Ooh,
Chills, that's
I love
good.
those moments.
Wow, I don't even need pants either. This is great.
You know what? Let's just start a whole thing.
I feel like you carry a lot on your shoulders that you don't need to.
Let it go.
Pants or the thoughts?
Both. Kelly Sullivan.
All of it.
Thank you so much for chatting,
you,
and
Kelly.
sorry for us being goofy. Thanks for stopping by.
I love you guys. Thank you, Jeff and Tori.
Come back.
Take care.
Please come back.
I would love to, and I'll
would
come
be-
back maybe wearing pants or not.
There
I don't
you
know.
go.
It's a mystery.
It would be a dream. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
You can find Viviscal at retailers everywhere, but go to tryviviscal.com.
Welcome back to DBL. So, guys, we were talking about our dreams a little bit at the break. Do you guys have any reoccurring dreams?
Jeff, I know I've told you this one before. It's me, and I'm having a dream on, like, on the Tonight Show kind of show, and I can't find the crease in the curtain to go out, and they're calling my name, and I can't find the crease to walk out.
Wow. And Stephanie dreams we had more time.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.